The race session is at Circuit of Silverstone in Silverstone, Great Britain. Conor McKee from Norway is first. Quinton Castleman from South Africa is P2. Brian Patterson is P3 with 10 kilos. Martijn Mol from Netherlands is P4 with 40 kilos. Ian Weeks from United Kingdom is 5th. Glenfield from United Kingdom is P6. John Astrop from New Zealand is P7 with 20 kilos. Rene Robertson is P8 with 30 kilos. Hein van Niekerk from South Africa is P9. Conor McKee is P1. "30 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Glenfield is P6. Glenfield passed Ian Weeks for 5th. Ian Weeks is 6th. Ian Weeks is now 6th. Glenfield is P5. Glenfield lost 5th to Hein van Niekerk. Ian Weeks in Brooklands corner is P9. Rene Robertson in National Pit Straight is 5th. John Astrop in Maggots is 7th. Hein van Niekerk in Stowe corner is P4. John Astrop in Club corner is 7th. Hein van Niekerk from South Africa in Farm Curve is P4, 0.1 behind Martijn Mol. John Astrop in the Loop is 7th with 20 kilos, 0.4 behind Glenfield. Glenfield from United Kingdom in Brooklands corner is P7 battling John Astrop. Glenfield passed John Astrop for 6th. John Astrop in Woodcote corner on lap 2 is P7, 0.3 behind Glenfield. Ian Weeks in Copse Corner is P9, 0.4 behind Conor McKee. Glenfield in Chapel Corner is 6th, 0.1 ahead of John Astrop. Glenfield lost P6 to John Astrop. Conor McKee in Stowe Corner is 9th, 0.5 behind Ian Weeks. Ian Weeks in Club Corner is P8, 0.4 behind Glenfield. Hein van Niekerk in Village Corner is 3rd, 0.5 behind Brian Patterson. Ian Weeks in Aintree Corner on lap 3 is P8, 0.2 behind Glenfield. Hein van Niekerk in Luffield Corner is 3rd, 0.1 behind Brian Patterson. Hein van Niekerk was 0.6 faster last lap. Glenfield in Woodcote Corner is P8, 0.1 behind Ian Weeks. Ian Weeks was 2.5 faster last lap. 25 minutes remaining in the session. Glenfield lost 8th to Conor McKee. Rene Robertson in Chapel Corner is P4, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson in Club Corner is P3, 0.4 ahead of Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson is 4th, 0.3 behind Brian Patterson. Rene Robertson was 1.9 faster last lap. Martijn Mol in the loop is P5, 0.5 behind Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson is 4th, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. Martijn Mol is 5th with 40 kilos, 0.8 behind Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson in Beckett's Corner is 4th, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. Rene Robertson lost 6th to Ian Weeks. Rene Robertson lost P7 to Conor McKee. Martijn Mol in Vale is P4. Best lap is a 1:53.644. 0.933 off the fastest lap. Hein van Niekerk in Village Corner is 2nd. Best lap is a 1:51.970. Mole in Aintree corner is 4th, 0.2 behind Brian Patterson. Mole was 1.0 faster last lap. John Astrup in Brooklands corner is P5, 0.4 behind Mole. Rene Robertson exiting pits. Mole on lap 5 is P4, 0.1 behind Brian Patterson. John Astrup in Maggots is P5, 0.2 behind Mole. Ian Weeks in Hanger Straight is 6th, 0.4 behind John Astrup. Ian Weeks was 0.7 faster last lap. John Astrup from New Zealand in Vale is 4th, 0.5 behind Brian Patterson. John Astrup was 1.4 faster last lap. Ian Weeks in International Pit Straight is 6th, 0.4 behind Mole. John Astrup in Village Corner on lap 6 is P4, 0.2 behind Brian Patterson. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Mole in Wellington Straight is P5 with 40 kilos battling John Astrup. Ian Weeks in Luffield Corner is P5, 0.4 behind Mole. John Astrup in Copse Corner is 6th, 0.5 behind Ian Weeks. Mole in Beckett's Corner on lap 6 is P4, 0.5 behind Brian Patterson. Ian Weeks in Hanger Straight is 6th, 0.1 behind John Astrup. Ian Weeks passed John Astrup for 5th. Mole in International Pit Straight is 3rd with 40 kilos. Hein van Niekerk exiting pits. Hein van Niekerk is P7. Mole in Woodcote Corner is P3, 0.9 behind Brian Patterson. John Astrup in Beckett's Corner is P5, 1.1 behind Ian Weeks. Martijn Molenvale is P3, 0.5 behind Brian Patterson. Martijn Mol is now second. Martijn Mol is now first. Brian Patterson is P5. John Astrup in the loop is third. Best lap is a 1:53.333. 1.363 off the fastest lap. Quinton Castleman exiting pits. Glenfield is 8th. Brian Patterson exiting pits. Connor McKee in Aintree corner is P4. Best lap is a 1:55.047. 3.077 off the fastest lap. Hein van Niekerk from South Africa in Brooklands corner is 5th, 0.1 behind Connor McKee. Glenfield exiting pits. Hein van Niekerk is now P4. John Astrup from New Zealand in Maggots is P3, 0.5 behind Ian Weeks. "15 minutes remaining in the session. Ian Weeks from United Kingdom in Stowe corner is second, 0.4 ahead of John Astrup. Glenfield in Maggots on lap 8 is 9th. Ian Weeks is P5. Best lap is a 1:53.054. 1.404 off the fastest lap. Ian Weeks exiting pits. Ian Weeks lost 5th to Connor McKee. Martijn Mol in Luffield corner is P2 with 40 kilos, 1.5 behind John Astrup. John Astrup was 0.8 faster last lap. Connor McKee in Woodcote corner on lap 9 is 5th, 2.2 behind Quinton Castleman. Martijn Mol in Stowe corner is second, 2.6 behind John Astrup. Brian Patterson in Hanger Straight is 7th, 3.0 behind Ian Weeks. Connor McKee from Norway in Farm Curve is 4th, 3.8 behind Quinton Castleman. Martijn Mol exiting pits. Ian Weeks is P6, 0.1 behind Connor McKee. Ian Weeks is now 5th. Brian Patterson in Luffield corner is 6th, 1.5 behind Ian Weeks. Ian Weeks in National Pit Straight on lap 10 is 5th, battling ReneRmotorsport. ReneRmotorsport was 18.8 faster last lap. Ian Weeks passed ReneRmotorsport for P4. ReneRmotorsport in Beckett's corner is 5th, 0.4 behind Ian Weeks. ReneRmotorsport was 18.8 faster last lap. Brian Patterson in Hanger Straight is P6 with 10 kilos, battling ReneRmotorsport. Brian Patterson passed ReneRmotorsport for P5. ReneRmotorsport in Club corner is 6th with 40 kilos, 0.6 behind Brian Patterson. John Astrop exiting pits. "10 minutes remaining in the session. Brian Patterson is P5, 0.7 ahead of ReneRmotorsport. Brian Patterson was 27.4 faster last lap. Connor McKee exiting pits. Connor McKee is P9. ReneRmotorsport from Netherlands in Beckett's corner is P6, 1.0 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson was 27.4 faster last lap. Brian Patterson in Vale is P5, 0.8 behind Ian Weeks. Brian Patterson is now 4th. Hein van Niekerk is 6th. Hein van Niekerk exiting pits. Hein van Niekerk lost P6 to Rene Robertson. Brian Patterson in Aintree corner is 4th, 0.4 behind Ian Weeks. ReneRmotorsport from Netherlands is 5th, 2.0 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson was 0.9 faster last lap. Brian Patterson in Beckett's corner is P4, 1.0 behind Ian Weeks. Brian Patterson is now P3. Ian Weeks in Chapel corner is 7th. Hein van Niekerk in club corner is P6, 0.5 behind Rene Robertson. Martijn Mol in Aintree corner on lap 13 is 4th, 1.7 behind Brian Patterson. Hein van Niekerk in Wellington Straight is P6, 0.1 behind Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson was 20.3 faster last lap. Hein van Niekerk passed Rene Robertson for 5th. Rene Robertson in National Pit Straight is P6, 0.8 behind Hein van Niekerk. Five minutes remaining in the session. Martijn Mol in Stowe corner is 4th, 2.5 behind Brian Patterson. Martijn Mol passed Brian Patterson for P3. Hein van Niekerk in Vale is 5th, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson is P5. Best lap is a 1:52.394. 0.744 off the fastest lap. Rene Robertson in Aintree corner is 6th, 2.3 behind Brian Patterson. Rene Robertson was 6.4 faster last lap. Brian Patterson in Woodcote corner is P5. Rene Robertson in Beckett's corner is P6, 1.1 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson in club corner is 5th, 2.8 behind Hein van Niekerk. Hein van Niekerk was 9.2 faster last lap. Rene Robertson is P6. Best lap is a 1:52.920. 1.270 off the fastest lap. John Astrup on lap 15 is second, 3.0 behind Quinton Castleman. John Astrup was 1.5 faster last lap. Rene Robertson in Kopp's corner is 6th. John Astrup in club corner is 2nd, 1.9 behind Quinton Castleman. Hein van Niekerk in Abbey is P4, 1.8 behind Martijn Mol. John Astrup in Luffield corner is 2nd, 1.5 behind Quinton Castleman. Hein van Niekerk in National Pit Straight is P4. Best lap is a 151.150. John Astrup in Stowe corner on lap 16 is 2nd, 1.2 behind Quinton Castleman. Hein van Niekerk in club corner is P4, 0.6 behind Martijn Mol. Quinton Castleman in the loop is 2nd battling John Astrup. Hein van Niekerk is 4th, 0.4 behind Martijn Mol. Quinton Castleman in National Pit Straight on lap 17 is 2nd, 1.5 behind John Astrup. Hein van Niekerk in Kopp's corner is 4th, 0.5 behind Martijn Mol. Martijn Mol in Chapel corner is P4, 0.1 behind Hein van Niekerk. Hein van Niekerk was 1.4 faster last lap. The leader has just finished the race. John Astrup finished P1. Quinton Castleman finished 2nd. Martijn Mol finished P3. Hein van Niekerk finished P4. Brian Patterson finished P5. Rene Robertson finished 6th. Glenfield finished P7. Ian Weeks finished 8th. Connor McKee finished P9.